Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning and welcome back to Bear News. Today is an exciting day for sure.
Tomorrow is the presidential election, so those of you who are over 18, make sure to get out there and vote.
But today, we have an arguably more important election, Bello's assistant.
That's right, let's go meet our candidates for Bello's assistant.
Welcome, viewers, to the 2024 Bello Assistant Debate. Let's have a fair and civil debate, unlike last time. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
My fellow Tahomies, I will enact policies to make this great nation of Tahoma the best it can be.
You know this is for Bello's assistant, right? We're probably just getting her coffee order or something.
Well, that was sure something.
Let's take a break from that and check out a story from our principal.
Hey Bears, I've heard from a couple students there's an election going on to decide who will be my assistant. Remember to Bello vote. Talking about elections, it's important to have your voice heard during elections. Recently, we had homecoming court elections here at Tahoma High School, so I want to thank all students who took the time to vote. I also want to thank every single one of you who decorated the school, participated in the assembly and pep rally, who attended the dance, attended or played in the game, who played or participated in the halftime show, participated in any of the homecoming activities. We have an amazing school with a really positive community and culture because of you. Participating at THS is sort of like casting a vote in an election. By participating, you are saying, I want to be part of the community and make us stronger. So great job to you all. Anyway, we should really get back to that election or whatever. Do you guys really think I need an assistant? I don't think I do.
Okay, your first question is, why do you think you're more fit for the job than your opponent?
Fit? Well, my fit is impeccable. That's why they call me Dapper Dan.
No one calls you that. Liar.
Liar? Then why aren't my pants on fire?
Good morning, Bears. Let's see what your 7-day forecast is this week. On Monday, it will be Student of the Quarter for first quarter, and the Army will be near the FRC for Power Hour A and B. Closing up our Monday, the University of Oregon will be in the FRC for Power Hour A. Tuesday, it will be Jostin's Grad Order Day during Power Hour, and there will be an Honor Society meeting during Power Hour A in the forecast. Rounding up Tuesday, the Navy will be near the FRC for Power Hour A and B, and UW Bothell will be in the FRC during Power Hour B. Halfway through the work week, on Wednesday, there is an ASB meeting at 7 a.m. before school. Later on Wednesday, there is a student council meeting during Power Hour A, and the Marines will be near the FRC Power Hour A and B. On Thursday, there is a chance of blood, as it is the fall blood drive. Also on Thursday, there is a Veterans Day Assembly. And then wrapping up our Thursday, we have the Washington National Guard near the FRC for Power Hour A and B, along with the Northern Arizona University in the FRC for Power Hour A. Last but not least, there's a chance of the ASVAB test interpretation from 11 to noon in the FRC. Wrapping up the work week, on Friday, there's a cross-country state send-off. That's all for the weather this week, Bears. Now back to the debate.
Welcome back. Our next question is, if you lose, what are your next steps?
Sulk back to my abode and start planning the next campaign immediately.
Cry.
I'm Dylan, and I'm here with...
I'm Gretchen Wolfing, Dylan.
Okay, what do you teach?
I teach American Civics and Global Issues, ACGI, which is a senior social studies requirement, and I teach AP Government, We the People.
What inspired you to teach AP Government and We the People?
So I wanted to teach government because for a huge chunk of my adult life, I've lived in Washington, D.C., and I worked for the different branches of government in D.C. And so what inspired me to teach was my work history.
Can you talk more about We the People for people who might not know it?
You betcha. So We the People is a senior class. They take a deep dive into the Constitution, and during competitions what they do is they apply constitutional principles to current events in a Senate hearing format.
And your final question, what advice do you have to young voters who are about to vote?
Oh my goodness. First of all, get out there, lean in, be educated and vote. Voting, so basically, so few young adults vote, and you can change the course of our nation. And I really hope you do that.
Okay, back to your anchors.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan, and thank you, Ms. Wolfing.
Before we see how the debate's going, let's check out some breaking news from our field reporter.
Howdy, Bears. It's November, which means that it's the season of giving. And here's some ways that you can give back to your community this month. This week, we got the HOSA Blood Drive on November 7th. I'm sure many of y'all have already signed up. Next week, we got the Interact Food Drive, starting on the 12th and going through the 22nd. Now, it's a 6-period competition, so make sure you bring in some canned foods like soups and chilies and vegetables to your 6-period class. Finally, at the end of the month, we got the Key Club Toy Drive. You'll be getting more information about that coming real soon. Now, remember to be thankful, and let's get back to the bat.
Okay, we're back with our final question. Can either of you do a handstand? Is this the right question?
If you're a true Tahoma patriot, you know I can without me even having to demonstrate.
Okay, well, I will demonstrate because I can.
You see, this is why you need me for Bello's assistant.
No, you need me. I'm cooler than him. I can Bello assist better.
And time's up for tonight. This has been very informative for potential voters. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, that debate was an absolute train wreck. I guess we'll see who wins.
Hold on, looks like I'm getting a call from Bello right now. Well, sounds like she would prefer to have no assistant at all rather than one of those two.
You've heard it here first, folks. The Belleville election is now canceled. Make sure you get out there tomorrow, November 5th, for the real election and vote. Have an amazing week, Bears.